Welcome back, everybody. Now today I'm back with 4 Dreamfarm kitchen gadgets to see how they actually work. Let's get started with the first item. This is the Fledge. I paid $13.96 for this. It's a flip edge cutting board. Now this is the smaller of 2 different sizes they sell. There's also a bamboo version. It's a cutting board with flexible edges that can turn into a tray or stop food from falling off the sides. So your edge can kind of go either direction. So you can convert it like this where it has a tray with edges, or put it down so it's a flat cutting board. So they have some instructions here. I'll read those over, clean it off, and then we will get started. All right, let's give this a shot here. Now on their website they showed it in this configuration where you have this trough right here to collect juices from things like watermelon. So let's try watermelon. Now I got the smaller size, so I had to find a smaller piece of watermelon. So I ended up buying this one like this from the store. It just barely fits on there. But ideally, any juices will go right here and we can just pour that out. We shall see. I'm gonna cut this watermelon away for maximum juice. This isn't the way I'd normally cut a watermelon, so just understand that's the point of this. So here we go. Cutting the watermelon. It's just, right, this one is, it's so small. It's so small that it barely holds this relatively small piece of watermelon. I'm trying to be as sloppy as I can to try to get juice everywhere. Right now what I'm noticing is the watermelon's kind of sliding off the edge, so that's not good. I guess this smaller one really isn't for this big of a job. Also, I'm noticing that, look at this. I mean, that's kind of cool, but I don't think you really want that when you're trying to cut. It's just spinning, look at that. It's almost like a lazy Susan. If it was a desired feature, that'd be cool, but it's not really a desired feature. I'm just still cutting up kind of randomly right here, trying to make as much of a mess as I can. The juice is being kept in that little trough right there, which is good. But I also got juice on the counter because it really just slid right off the edge there, so I don't know. The size of the cutting board is also a bit of an issue too, but I know I bought the smaller one, but it would be nice if I had the larger one. Not only that, but why is it spinning like that? It should not spin like this. What I'll do now is get this watermelon off here and see if there's any marks left by the knife. All right, so the watermelon's coming off the side easily, and there is a decent amount of juice in the side here. So what's nice is my watermelon ended up on the plate and all that excess juice ended up down there, so that can be easily discarded. And it looks like the surface held up pretty well. I don't see any cut marks, so that's good. I would say so far I'm kind of on the fence about this one, but we have more tests to do. All right, wash it off, it looks no worse for wear. Let's try a block of cheese on here. Actually, I'll try this side, because this side converts from a cutting board into a tray. Let's cut a few slices and see what we got. I mean, so far it's just a regular cutting board. Nothing unusual about it. So now we've got our nice display of cheese, but we want to make it into a tray. Let's do that. And now it is ready to serve. That's kind of nice. I kind of like that. Kind of a nice, attractive display. Let's try something else here. How about a nice, big old juicy tomato and see how that goes. I'm going to do it on this side so I can get the trough to collect the juices once again. It seems like this side slides around while this side does not. So it's just kind of a quirk I found in it. But let's try the tomato, see what we got. Not only am I trying to see if this collects the juices properly, but also how it holds up with this serrated knife cutting the bottom. So I'm not going easy on it. I want to see how durable this thing is. We've got some lovely tomato slices here. All right, so once again, let's see if we can just slide these off here and what happens with the juice. I can see the juice pooling down there, which is, I guess, a good thing. And these just slide right off, and we got tons of juice down here. I mean, I think as far as that, it did save my counter from a significant amount of juice. Unlike the watermelon, I only got a little bit on the table, but most of it is right there, so I guess that's a good thing. All right, I've cleaned this off. Let's take a closer look. Now, I cleaned up well, but there are some marks. This side seems like it's relatively unscathed, so the serrated knife was not its best friend. Right now, I think the cutting board's pretty much working as advertised. The only thing I have a problem with is the size. I got the smaller of the two. I wish I got the bigger one, but for small jobs, it seems like it works pretty well. This is the Corpeel. I paid $12.95 for this. They say it's a no-mess corn peeler that folds into a compact and safe size. They say you just glide your corn across the curved stainless steel blade, and the chute, which is right there, directs your corn into a nice pile. They say it has side grips right here to keep your hands safe, and rubber foot to provide stability. Kind of an interesting design, so we shall see how it works. Let's put this Corpeel to the test now. One thing I did notice is when you fold it up, they actually have this little tab here that comes up and covers the blade when it's not in use. I kind of like that. It's kind of a safety feature. And it does lock into place when it's opened up. So we're supposed to hold it like this to keep our fingers away from the blade and slide the corn across. We shall see. All right, I guess this is just how I guess this is what we do. First test, this is my tester ear of corn. We're gonna hopefully get better as we go, but here we go. Oh, wow, whoa, wait a second. That was very fast, look at that. Oh, wow, this is very quick, very quick. I'm speeding through this corn. It's very quick. We have a naked ear of corn and all this glorious corn that needs to be broken up down here. And that was way faster than I expected it to be. I thought maybe the first time I was gonna struggle. I didn't struggle. Let's try another ear of corn now. The first one I was impressed with. Let's see if that was just a fluke or not. Here we go. Man, is that fast. That is ultra fast. I'm very impressed by this. Man, that's quick. Oh, and I just cut my finger. Well, I'm a little disappointed in myself. I think I got too excited. I cut my finger. So we're gonna keep moving. I got my cool bacon Band-Aid on there. All right, I'm gonna be a little more careful next time. I was so excited. I wasn't paying attention to being safe. That's what happens when you get caught up in the excitement of a new product. You can't forget safety, which I did. I will say it is sharp though too. But look at this. This worked perfectly. I'm very happy with it. I've used some corn peelers in the past that weren't nearly this fast or this good. So cut thumb aside, I think this one actually works quite well. These are the Lockorns. I paid $14.95 for a set of 4. Now these are locking corn holders that securely anchors to a corn on the cob. It includes a 3-prong anchor. So you have the 2 there plus the 3rd right here. And that 3rd one supposedly helps it hold the corn firmly in place. They also lock together for easy storage. So you can put them together and lock them, so that's kind of cool. It should be quite easy to test this one out. Now here we have one lovely ear of corn. We have our Lockorns here with their 3-prong design. Let's see how that works. So I believe you're supposed to just stick the 2 prongs in and then close the lever. Let's try one side first. Placing the prongs in the corn. And now for the magic, which is this lever right here. All right, it didn't seem like much really happened. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. That is holding it in place. That's just one of them. I mean, that is not going anywhere. Look at this. Very simple, but very effective. Let's try the second one now here. Time to lock and load. There we go. That corn is not going anywhere. I can't even pull it out. It's so locked into place. This is the thing I like about a lot of Dreamfarm products. They take something that's been around for a long time, they add one little feature to slightly upgrade it and make it practically a new item. So as far as I can tell, the Lockorns do work. This is the Eggler. I paid $12.95 for this. They say it's an egg cracker peeler slicer. Now they say this creates a clean break in the eggshell. The peeling paddle, which I guess this is it right here, glides under the membrane to separate the egg from the shell. Not a lot of reviews on this one, but the overall response seems positive, so we shall see. Next up, the running joke at Frequent Reviews is the next egg gadget, and that is the Eggler. Now the way this is supposed to work is you take a hard-boiled egg and take one of these 2 edges, they're both sharp, right here, they are sharp. You crack the side of the egg and then you stick this little paddle underneath it and then you go around. Now they were showing it on their demonstration going long ways, so I'm gonna do it like they showed. Here we go. So this particular egg I just made, it just came out of the ice bath, so it's not freezer cold, but it is pretty cool. Here we go. They show hitting it on the side of the egg. Hi-ya! We have a crack. Now we're supposed to stick this paddle under this crack. And then go long ways. I have no idea if this is gonna work or not. I mean, something's happening. And let me see. All right, well, it's not perfect. It took a little bit off there, but honestly, that's not too bad. That was not bad at all, really. Let's make sure that wasn't a fluke and try another one. Smacking the egg. Hi-ya! That by itself is kind of fun. Sticking the paddle underneath the crack. Going lengthwise. And I feel like I'm tearing this egg apart. But you know, wait a second, not bad once again. It feels kind of gruesome, but honestly, it's not, okay, it's not perfect. It's not perfect, but some eggs are pretty difficult to peel, and that was pretty quick at least. I feel like it's a bit mangled. I think I need to do one more. Take 3, and hiya! We have our crack. Placing the paddle under the membrane and going around the egg. Well, you know what? I think it works. I mean, if you're looking for the prettiest egg, maybe that's not the best solution, but it seems like besides a little bit taken off there, it was quick. It's fast, I'll give it that. If they're gonna do an infomercial for this, the next thing they'd say is, but that's only half of what the Eggler can do. It can do one more thing. Pull this off here, then you actually can have an egg slicer. So let's put one of these on here and see what happens. Placing the egg on the slicer, and then you just press the stainless steel wires across the egg. And there we go. How did it turn out? Well, we have a relatively decently sliced egg here. Let me try another one. And pretty good egg slices. It's pretty good. The problem is, these aren't the largest eggs in the world and it barely fit through there. But we do have pretty decent slices there. So I don't know, I think it works. I don't think it's absolutely perfect, but I do think that it does what it says it's gonna do. It makes eggs easier to peel and it does create slices. So to me, the Eggler actually works. So in the end, I think all these products do work as advertised. I would say the cutting board, it does work, but it's a little bit smaller than I would have liked. And it seems like one side slides around more than the other. The Eggler is not perfect, but it does peel eggs quickly. The slicer is a little bit small, but it does work. The 2 corn gadgets actually, I think, work quite well. Even though I cut my finger on the peeler, it was surprisingly good. And the Lockorns, I think, are probably my favorite of the bunch. But that's all I've got. If you've tried any of these products, tell me what you think in the comments below. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.